Hello, everyone, and welcome to our January webinar for goal setting. Today's plan is to go over our Bible verse, motivation, what is a SMART goal, and then we'll wrap up. So our Bible verse today comes from Colossians 3, verse 23. It says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord." So what is motivation? Motivation is the desire to do all things. It moves us into action and it helps us in our purpose. Did you know that God gave us our purpose? Romans 8, verse 28 says, "And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good for those who are called according to their purpose." Setting goals. So, in order to set goals and stick to them, it's having a sense of purpose and having these goals to work towards that can give us that boost of motivation. Motivation. What is something that you do to keep yourself motivated? I want you to think about that. And I also would like you to think about how can you help yourself finish things that you just don't want to do? Well, there's something called the SMART goal. What is a SMART goal? So the S in SMART stands for specific. You might have heard, since we're in the new year, about New Year's resolutions. And that's something that we can all think of that we want to work on. And it's pretty broad, it's pretty wide open. But a SMART goal is not broad and it's not wide. It is very specific. The M in SMART goal stands for measurable. Can it be recorded with numbers? So by time. The A in SMART goal stands for attainable. Is this something that you can do? If not, what are some steps that you can do to get there? The R stands for relevant. Do you care about this goal? Is this something that you really want? And how does it apply to your life? And the T stands for timely. When do you plan to finish this goal by? So that might sound like a lot of information, but we're going to go through an example and using each of the letters in the SMART goal. Specific. So what exactly do I want to accomplish? So say you want to do best in your courses. I want to do my best in my courses. And you're thinking, how can I get there? So an example would be something specific. So either I want to raise my grades to grade levels, or maybe you're getting an A or a B and you want to keep where you're at. So what work do you need to do to get there, to achieve your goal? That's something specific. I want to raise my grades, or I want to keep my grades where they are. Measurable. How will I know I am meeting my goal? So an example for this is when you receive your grades in Ignitia, or when your quarterly progress report comes out. So you'll get a few of those throughout the year, each quarter. But also in the meantime, you'll be getting your grades back and you can look at that. Am I where I want to be? And what do I need to change about that? So achievable. What action steps can I take to achieve my goal? So pertaining to your grades, what does that look like? Well, I have 5 steps here that you can try. 1, using LiveBinder each school day. So LiveBinder is a great resource that we have here at Enlightium that includes videos and study guides and more in-depth information and practice problems that you can actually match up to your subject, to your unit and to the lesson. And if you have any questions on how to use LiveBinder, feel free to reach out to your counselor. Spend more time on my lessons. So maybe you're zooming through your lessons and you're not doing so well, and you're just frustrated and you're not sure why that's happening. I want to encourage you to slow down and spend some more time. So that could be more time reading your lessons in Ignitia, or that could be reading your lessons and then going into LiveBinder as well and reading those. We encourage you to spend at least 20 to 45 minutes on a lesson, depending on if the required readings and maybe if you're doing a project or a quiz. The third example would be to print lessons. So if you don't know how to print those lessons, you can also reach out to your counselor, to me, Miss Doherty, or to Miss Crisp. You can also reach out to your teacher and they might be able to help you as well. Print your lessons when you don't have access to Ignitia. So maybe we're closed for a day, or you know you're going to go on a trip, so you want to work by hand. And you can also complete your work on paper while you are learning your lesson in Ignitia. The fourth would be to take handwritten notes. Did you know that you can use your notes on your tests and quizzes? They're great. It's a great tool to practice to learn how to take handwritten notes. And if you ever have any questions about those, feel free to reach out to me. Did you know that you had a second attempt to raise your grade? If you get a certain percentage, it'll indicate that you can take a second attempt, and can help you raise your grades in your lessons or on your quiz when you do not pass that first attempt. So just because you get a second attempt does not mean you can just rush through and did what maybe you did the first attempt. I would encourage you to go back to your handwritten notes, to go back to LiveBinder, to go back to your lesson before you submit your answers for your second attempt, because you want to do your very best to get through that second attempt before you submit it. My last point would be to reach out to my teachers. So reach out to your teachers with any questions. And you can do that through Ignitia message. So the R in SMART goals is relevant. Does this goal help me personally with my academics? So I would say so, because working hard to keep grades up will help you. And you can say this to yourself: working hard to keep my grades up will help me be confident in who God created me to be and to keep learning. Time bound. So when will I meet this goal? So I would say, because you're measuring your time at each quarter, looking at your grade report, your progress report, and saying, okay, this is what I got this grade, and I want to raise this at this point. I would say the time bound would be by the end of the year. You want to see that that's when you meet your goal for this specific example. Now, there are so many different ways that you can use SMART goals. And if you want to try it out with any of the goals that you have, whether it's academic or otherwise, we can talk through that. If you reach out to me or Mrs. Crisp, we'd be happy to talk with you about that. So one of my favorite Bible verses comes from Philippians 4, verse 13. And when you're feeling like you don't have motivation, or when you're feeling down and you just don't think that you have it in you to keep going, whether it's in your academics or in something else, and you're feeling like you're not reaching your SMART goal, I encourage you to open your Bible and pray and talk about it with a trusted adult. But this Bible verse is so helpful. It's from Philippians 4, verse 13, and it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. It's one of the most famous Bible verses, and it's interpreted as meaning that Jesus gives people the strength to accomplish anything. So he gives us that strength. So when we don't have it, we can dig deep and ask for help from God. I want to thank you all so much for coming today. And if you have any questions or comments on the SMART goals or you want to talk about motivation and how to get there, definitely reach out to Miss Doherty or Miss Crisp, and we would be happy to help you. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a very happy new year. Bye bye.